Welcome to another episode of Wall Watch, where we see how women respond to hitting the wall. Today, my question is, what is a woman telling you when she says she does not want to go 50-50? Now, before you answer that, I want you to think about this. Is she saying she's broke? Is she saying it's all on you? Is she saying I'm too good and you definitely should pay for me? The reason I'm asking is because Kayla Nicole went viral for the answer to this question on Angel Reese's podcast. So let's get into it. Before we do that, make sure you comment your thoughts under this video, like, subscribe, and share this video. Now let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel. So here we go.
I know there was a rumor that they were saying that you stopped messing with him at one point because of 50-50. Is there water? Where did the water come from? What is the question? Did who? 50-50. Remember they were saying that you said he was cheap, or they were saying that you were...
Oh, the splitting the bills.
The splitting 50-50, yeah, the 50-50 rumor. What was the tea on that?
Yeah, do I look like anybody that would split anything?
So you guys broke up at that point because...
No, this is the question. Do I look like I would go 50-50 on bills?
What does look like have to do with paying bills? Bills don't avoid you because you're pretty, but let's continue.
Okay. So yeah, that was ridiculous. But he addressed that too though. I don't even know why that even became a thing. Yeah, that was never an issue in our relationship, but it was definitely a rumor.
Well, look at her now. Now she's paying 100% of her own bills. Now, the problem with this is today's women. This is the modern day women mindset. A lot of women think like this. The problem is the majority of people are not wealthy and rich, or wealthy or rich. The majority of everyday people are living paycheck to paycheck. And it sucks when you see such a beautiful woman say something like this, because it ruins a man's fantasy. Now, when you hear a woman say this, it's basically her saying, you're gonna pay for me, I'm going to use you, I'm going to get over on you, and I'm going to leave if you stop paying the bills. Don't believe me? I literally just did a video on a woman who left her husband because he went through a financial hardship. So check this clip out.
I've been doing something or whatever. So I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for...
What? Like, come on.
Left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
At any point in time, did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me, because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle.
Now, the issue is not her not wanting to go 50-50. The issue is this strategy is not working. This woman, in my opinion, is beautiful, is gorgeous, and I believe that she should have the man that she truly wants, because she definitely has the looks for it. Now, the issue is her personality, her mindset. When most men hear this, most men understand, okay, we may not go 50-50, but I want to know that you have my back. I want to know that you're going to take care of things if something happens to me, or in case something happens, period. I need to know that you have my back. I always tell any woman that I'm dealing with, any woman that I'm speaking to, I always tell women the same thing. If you truly want a relationship, you have to be willing to deal with everything, because there is no relationship that is perfect. There is no person's story on this planet that is perfect from beginning to end. There's some type of obstacle that they had to overcome. Now, the reason why I put this beautiful woman on Wall Watch is because she's 33. So she hasn't completely ran into the wall, but it's coming. Now, you may not be able to see it because she can still do an amazing job covering up her aging, right? She can cover herself in makeup. She can constantly put on wigs. It looks like she's in position where she can constantly get her hair done. So you won't see the grays. You won't see her hair thinning, but but she will. And in fact, if you get into a relationship with this woman, you will actually see that. But what I often say about the women on Wall Watch is they become more expensive, right? Because now you're trying to help her maintain her beauty that is quickly fading away as she's getting older. Again, we all get older, but you always have to ask yourself, is this the type of woman that's going to handle aging with grace, or is she going to be bitter? I can also tell you another reason why I put her on Wall Watch was because of the damage and the trauma that she experienced. She was with a superstar tight end, NFL player at the top of his game, going to Super Bowls, something that everybody watches or everybody pays attention to, right? Whether you watching it for the commercials or whether you actually want to see the game, you are paying attention to the Super Bowl. This woman had a man, and he left her for a woman whose status was way beyond hers. He left her for a woman. And you know what? I'm not going to even say he left her for that woman. They may have split before he got with Taylor Swift. But the fact that he's not with her and he's with Taylor Swift, it says a lot. The reason I'm responding to this clip is because a lot of times we see beautiful women and we think, oh man, I can marry her. I can take her off the market. And then you get with her and you realize, damn, I can't marry her and I cannot take her off the market. In fact, this will be short-term action, right? Fun and a lot of releases, or this will be a long-term misery, meaning you're going to go through it for the long term and you probably won't come out in a favorable position. Also responding to this because this woman is dating 0.25%. She's literally dating in the top 0.25% of people on the planet, but that is definitely going to change as she ages, because those men in that small group, there's always going to be extreme competition, because all of the women on this planet want those men, because they understand those men can literally change their life. Those men can literally put that woman in a position where she never has to work another day in her life. And the majority of women don't want to work anyway. What happened in this clip was she showed her true thoughts, her true nature. And let me tell you, I appreciate the honesty, because this allows me not to make a certain mistake, right? Because your lust can sometimes blind you. Now, this leads me right into the lessons that I learned. What I learned from this clip is she needs a different strategy, like the majority of the women on this planet, assuming that these women want to be in relationships. Now, I'm starting to see that women getting men into relationships is a bunch of bullshit, because why get into a relationship where this woman has full control and access to what you do with your Johnson, while she goes out and opens her box to whoever? I also learned that competition with the streets is just not for me. I understand that there's always somebody with more money. There's always somebody taller, somebody more famous, somebody with more clout. So when I'm seeing this and I'm hearing women speak like this, I realize that the streets are just too exciting. It's just too enticing for a woman, because the potential for her to meet her actual fantasy guy, I mean, it's just out there, in that feeling, the thought of it is just so strong that it's going to show itself when you guys are actually going through something and she doesn't want to go through it, or if you constantly telling her no because you may not have the money or it's outside of your budget, she's going to be looking for that guy on a constant basis. Even if she has the perfect guy, he will not be perfect for very long, and I didn't know perfect could actually run out. But in today, with the mindset that women have today, oh my gosh, that perfect guy can easily lose perfect status as soon as he tells her no. So this is why I say focus on your mind, your body, and your finances. Get yourself together. Read, meditate, exercise. Most importantly, adapt to what's going on. Because even for her to make this statement, she's showing us who she is. Again, I appreciate it. I appreciate the honesty, because she's showing me, she's showing you that she is sexually liberated and she is having a ball. She is having the time of her life, no matter what we think. For instance, when we look at the comments are basically saying, look at you now. Now you're paying 100% of everything now. Did that work out for you? Oh, it didn't work. Meanwhile, you have the other women in the comments saying, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. Look at her makeup. Her makeup is done beautifully, right? And men, when we see that, we like, come on. We know that at some point in time, that makeup has to come off. At some point in time, you're going to have to get your hair done. Now, how many times are you going to be happy, excited to pay for this woman's hair? Because as I stated before here on Wall Watch, as the woman gets older, this is one of the things that makes her more expensive. You have to pay for her upkeep. And as she gets older, the upkeep is going to be harder and harder to upkeep, because I mean, aging is just something we can't get away from. But I got a question. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself.